Look, the Blazers, all jokes aside, the Blazers do start their season.
They
today.
do. It's a very pivotal year for them, I would argue.
Pivotal in
I think a number of
Scoot
things.
and
How does
Shaedon
Scoot
and-
look in year two? If he has a terrible year again this year, what is our conclusion? There are some that don't want to write him off yet, and that's totally fair. It was 1 year. He was 19 years old, and that's a completely fair opinion.
Yeah.
If he backs up a bad rookie season with a bad second year, what's our takeaway? Are we just giving him give him 3 more years to figure this out? How long is the runway going to be? You need stars to win in this league. This is year 4 of a tank now. Your 3 prize collections that you've got in the draft are Shaedon Sharpe, who is going to be back when?
Mid to late November.
So it's going to miss about 2 months of the season.
I think Hyken reported that it's on track in the 4 to 6 window.
Okay, that'd be great.
Weeks.
I hope he's back sooner than later because he's one of the things that I'm most excited to watch this year. But it's year 3 for him. You have a big financial decision to make on that front. I know they just picked up his option for his 4th year, but eventually, you're going to have to decide how much money do we give this guy and how much are we willing to pay him. He's shown flashes. He's been a really fun player to watch. He's in a walking highlight, and he's had now back-to-back years where he hasn't been able to stay healthy.
He's been fun. He's also had frustrating moments, too, where it's like,
doubt.
Do something.
Yes, take the next step. We need you to take the next step. Yeah. And his next step year is starting with him on the sideline, and I hope that he plays the rest of the year healthy. But that's now something to monitor. And you got Scoot in year 2, who had a really rough rookie year. And in year 3 of your tank, you got Donovan Clingan.
He's maybe the most exciting of the
without
three
a doubt.
For people based on what he just did in the preseason.
Dude, I can't wait to watch him, man. I'm pumped. I think he's going to be a great NBA center. I don't know where his offensive game's going to be at, and that'll probably come with time. But I think he's going to be an impact player right away. But this is year 4 of a tank. We got to start seeing crystallization of the vision and trading vets and freeing up playing time. There's a lot to decipher and figure out this year. So, yeah, I am very excited for this season. Not that they're going to win a lot of games, but I'm hopeful to have a little more clarity in the matter of a handful of months of where this is all going. Do we have answers on coaching? Do we have answers on the direction and who we're keeping and who we're trading? And I hope we get those by the end of the year.
The answers on coaching, why is that a thing? We know what that answer is.
Likely he's going to fire him. Yeah, he's not going to be here.
It's not going to be a firing. It's going to be a mutual parting of the ways. He wanted out.
Well, that's not mutual, yeah.
Well, the contract's going to run out, and he wants to leave. He made that abundantly clear through Chris Mannix. I know what they say publicly. That's not what seems to be kind of the narrative around the country. So I think right now we would lean saying we don't have a coach going forward after this year. Scoot, I'm with you on Scoot. I was talking about this with a Blazer fan I know. It is only year 2, and so I don't think it's necessarily fair, but there is a real about Scoot for people. Is it get to the point where if it's not to a certain standard by X this year, you think they pivot out and just say, we're just going to keep Ant? He hasn't requested a trade. He said he wants to win, but no evidence that that's truly a top importance of him because he knows this team's going to be bad.
Do you trade Scooter? He's a bench
I'm just
guy.
asking questions of how this team is evaluating their talent. This is, to your point, this is year 4. You can say year 1, Chauncey here, GM fired over, all those internal claims. Okay, Cronin comes in. Okay, Cronin starts wiping the slate clean, kind of, because he trades Hart and CJ, but then he runs Dame back, and then we pretend that we're going to go all in and win, and then we don't, and then we're trading, but now we're pissed that he's demanded to go to one place, so we're not going to send him to one place. Now we're going to make a big offseason noise because of that. You start to evaluate this. It cannot be keep kicking the can down the road of how to evaluate the organization is my read. I'm excited to see a lot of the young guys. I'm excited to see Denny. I liked that pickup. I thought that was a really smart trade.
Yeah.
But we do need to see it from Shaedon. Scoot needs to show obvious progress in more ways than one. Even his good games for people, they're really not that good. He's not shooting the ball very well.
No.
So, we need to see obvious. And I just also don't know how this organization feels about the exact direction they're taking. And you could say, well, what do you mean, Sprague? They're going to tank. Okay, cool. They're going to tank. But does that mean they're going to stay committed to Scoot? Is there a world where Scoot's not good, so they pivot back and just keep Ant?
And then do you have to sit Ant because he's too good in the end of the year and you're trying to lose games? Is Jeremy Grant going to be here longer than 3 months, or is he going to get dealt at some point?
He doesn't seem to want to be traded, but we don't know. Maybe the Lakers will get desperate. That seems to be the one. And then Ayton. Ayton is the most obvious. A team is going to tell themselves because of his stats, oh, this guy's figured it out. He'd be a good fourth piece for us. Okay, Blazers, here's stuff.
Yeah.
And now in comes Klingon to start because Rob Williams is not a realistic option for them.
No.
So I have a lot of, I'm going into the year, last year I didn't expect a whole lot from them. I bet the under. We all are betting the under this year, but like it's kind of looming with a lot of questions. There's
Yes.
more questions to this year.
It's a pivotal year, man. You
even
gotta
though
start,
they're going to be bad.
Yeah, it's a pivotal year. You're in year 4 of a tank.
Yeah.
Let's start to see the vision a little bit.
Yeah, and maybe the Cooper Flag thing is it. And that's just, it's as simple as be the worst, get the one pick you hope, draft Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
Everything changes for you.
Yep. Could be a successful year if that happens, for sure.
Yeah, the Blazers start their season against Golden State